Yo, you know what's going on? It's N.y.a. No intro because it's not the N.y.a show. This is me going on here trying to give some history related to the Kendrick and um, Drake battle up to this moment, but only starting from 2022, 2021 ish, because I feel like everybody keeps mentioning the control verse, the cipher with Kendrick on then on the BET Hip Hop Awards. Then there was the language. Then Drake the language. The Future shit remix. There's that song, shots on that song, and then it just keeps going on and on and on. But then it kind of picks up near this time point of 2021, 2022. I start catching more and more things and keeping track of it. So I want to just kind of put that stuff in a video to kind of show where I see this kind of thing stirred from, only starting from back in, like I say, 2021, 2022. And then you, of course, can drop anything that you have below in relation to it. I know I missed stuff, but I just wanted to be sure that I did mention some of these things. You just drop what I missed down there at the bottom. So if I can, let me get everything set. Let's see. Okay, like I think I got it all set. Let me get here. Let me pull this up now. So I'm starting with Family Ties. This was Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. This is on Baby Keem's project. This came out August 27th, 2021. We hadn't heard from Kendrick in a minute because when Kendrick was initially doing the rollout for his album back in 2020, he was putting out little clips and visuals of him that was popping up. The N.y.a video, clips from that video, even back then in 2020. But then COVID broke out, and I think that just completely changed his plans or what he was going to do. So everything got pushed back. So you hear from him again, August 27th, 2021, on this Family Ties. And if I'm not mistaken, he may have did a feature on 2 Chainz album during that time. Tell my mama I hit a lick. Mama, I hit a lick. That may have came in the midst of 2020 till 2021 too. But yeah, I think so. I think so. So we hear from him then, and now Family Ties. So on Family Ties, they're rapping back and forth. Then you get to Kendrick's you get the Kendrick part, and it's the people been the activist conversation has been coming up when it comes to the fake activist thing, and I've been ducking the pandemic, I've been ducking the social gimmicks, I've been ducking the overnight activists. Yeah, you okay? And then he repeats that twice. The Al Green Offspring, Guns and the Melody, another kind of he was talking the same kind of thing that he rolled out during the beef, because if you remember on the 616 in LA, he samples he samples Al Green. And two of us is like, he ain't been a day free, got at least one B in the oven. Let me see. All right, new flows coming. Be patient, brother. 2021, I ain't taking no prisoners. Last year, y'all fucked up all the listener who went platinum. I call him a visitor. So he starts going on, and he says, smoking on top fives, F that single, burn that hard drive. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't nobody safe when I come. I'm killing everybody that's outside. So the smoking on top five. Remember, in the Drake diss, it gets reference to academics when he did scream when he was talking about this song, and he was like, what top five you smoking on, Kendrick, when this song first came out and they did the review. What top five are you smoking on? So that's that. So I'm gonna leave that there. That's Family Ties. And then number 2, then Baby Keem on that song. They were talking about no daughter, but they are my sons a bitch. I'm scary. I got a gun in this bitch. Smoking on top five. So yeah, he said smoking number 2, 2 phones, but I only bring one in this bitch. One daughter, but they are my sons in this bitch. No hoes, ain't shit getting done in this bitch. I'm scary. The kid just said, I got a gun in this bitch. Then King smoking on top five. Stop playing on that guy. And then King says, number 2, DM in my bitch. That's cool on, that's why. So Kendrick says, smoking on top fives. Stop playing on that guy. King says, number 2, DM in my bitch. That's cool on, that's why. So they think that he was mentioning Drake because, of course, if Kendrick saying, I'm the one smoking on top fives, they put Drake as the number 2. That's the thing with that. So then on May 13th, 2022, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers comes out. So Kendrick puts out this album. Mixed reviews when it first came out, ended up being a Grammy winning album, and then it also was his last album with TDE. So after this, he stepped into full PG Lane mode. This was the ending of TDE Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. So there was a tour that rolled out later in the summer of that year. He goes to Toronto 2 nights in August, and then guess who pops up at the show? So I want to play this Hip Hop DX video because it's Drake attended Kendrick Lamar's Big Steppers tour in Toronto while fans wonder, is there still beef? So let's put the sound. Let me get. So that's why I think it's important that we talk about this, because all the signs been there over the last, year or so, on top of what we already figured, on top of what we already figured about these two. The signs was already there being reported. It took me forever. I was like, yo, I wasn't even looking for that video in the context where I was trying to put together, but it helped me when I seen it. I was like, oh, I forgot. Drake showed up. So did he show up to support, or was he really trying to troll? Now, after that, let's move forward. I don't know. I don't think I have. Okay, here it is. Father Time. In relation to the same album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick says, when Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. Guess I'm not as healed as I think. Yeah, I guess I'm not mature as I think. Got some healing to do. So when he said that on this song right here, Father Time, the next time I feel like I caught a sign of I heard what you said was with like any type of direct reply was when Circo Loco came out. This came out in November of that year after the Kendrick album. And then of course Drake raps linking with the ops shit, bitch, I did that shit for Jay Prince. So to me, I took that as a response to that line. When Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. So I think that's other things I said that people didn't really catch that would then lead to what we at now. Doubling back, May 19th, 2023. Drake, Kendrick hops on Beyonce's America Has a Problem remix. So then I add this line in there just because it kind of seemed like it could go for anybody, but he very well could have been talking to Drake. He said, "True, Universal, please don't play possum. I'm a businessman doing as follows. Truly, I be lying in my rap song because I always fail to mention I slap homie. His career didn't come with no life insurance. Hope his day one fans got some facts on him." So I don't know if that could be attached directly to Drake. It can hit, I guess, a couple of people, but we all know who the competition and the talk has been over the last couple of years. So that's why I put that with Drake in that situation. Then let's fast forward again, and we have Drake's Sticky. I put Drake's Sticky right here. I believe I kept it in the right order. So you got Drake's Sticky, because when Drake did Sticky, Baby Keem and Kendrick doubled back and did the Hillbillies. They did a song called The Hillbillies where the breakdown right here. Let me see. I got the order I need to move right there. So when you look at this song, The Hillbillies, that came out, the song was an unexpected release on PG Lanes. All right, upon its release, fans noticed similarities between Baby Keem's flow on this track and Drake's flow with his June 22 song Sticky, with Keem himself calling the track Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar, The Hillbillies, in parentheses, Sticky Dub. Some have interpreted the similarities between the two songs as a diss, potentially adding fuel to Drake and Kendrick's long-standing beef, with others calling it a tribute. So here we go again. Like I said, y'all have to play those songs because, of course, I can't play them. Sticky by Drake, and then listen to the Hillbillies, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar right after part of the video. Do what you got to do. Listen to that, and then come back. But I know y'all know I can't add I ain't trying to play nothing, get any copyrights. They'll put copyrights on this video even because of the simple fact that I left it up on on these YouTube channels and the videos. I'm like, they'll do it to the video. So let's go. Let's see how this video turn out once I actually hit the upload. But all right. So next after that, I'm moving on from the Hillbillies. Moving on from the Hillbillies. So Drake goes on tour. Let's play this video from Hip Hop DX, who's always catching it because nobody seemed to want to mention in this whole beef how Drake was on stage like, yo, I can't be like Buddy. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like these niggas, you go 4-5 years, don't drop no music. I can't be like them. I'm outside. So let's play this and see what Drake said at the beginning of his tour.
I believe he took a shot at Kendrick Lamar at one of his latest concerts. Hey, it's Asia Sky here for Hip Hop DX, and check this out. Fans seem to believe that Drake took a shot at Kendrick Lamar during the opening night of his It's All a Blur tour this week. Drake started out his joint tour with N.y.a Savage at Chicago's United Center on Wednesday night, July 5th, marking his first cross-country trek in half a decade. During the show, Drake paused for a brief intermission where he addressed the crowd and spoke about his upcoming album, For All the Dogs. He announced this project last month to coincide with his new poetry book, Titles Ruin Everything. Drake promised that the project would be coming out soon while throwing shade at artists who take years-long breaks between albums.
About how much music I put out, but it's like I look around at all these faces, I know it's summertime, I gotta give you shit, like I just can't. I don't know about these guys that go away 3, 4, 5 years, wanna chill out, all that shit, that's not me. So, with that being said, I got an album coming out real soon for y'all. It's called And I always hear people talking about, man, we miss that old Drake, we miss that old Drake. I really don't understand what people mean, but then I did this show and I performed a lot of my old music, and I understand what you mean. You need more music.
You kick somebody's shit.
So that you can, you know, feel good about your new lovers, shit on your exes, get ready in the summer, get fly, get drunk, show love to your family, show love to your friends.
While Drake declined to name names, his longtime rivalry with Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar's tendency to take time crafting albums led many fans to believe that Kendrick was the intended target. On Twitter, one person wrote, "Another jab at Kendrick, LMAO." A different person wrote, "Aubrey and Kendrick need to dead the tap dancing and squabble on wax. No subs either." Kendrick Lamar's last effort, 2022's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, came 5 years after its Pulitzer Prize-winning predecessor, Damn. Drake, on the other hand, remains one of the most prolific artists in the game and has dropped 13 full-length projects. If For All the Dogs arrives in the next 2 months, it'll be his 4th project in a 2-year span following Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, and his 21 Savage collaboration, Her Loss. These comments from Drake come after Kendrick Lamar was accused of mocking him on his song The Hillbillies with Baby Keem, which dropped in May. So what are your thoughts on what Drake said about artists taking years between albums? Do you think that was a shot at Kendrick Lamar? Let us know in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep it locked to Hip Hop DX.
And shout out again to Hip Hop DX, because these videos that should be floating around on Twitter just for context inside of the whole beef. I don't know who runs their Twitter, but these videos I would hope are being spent. They're rewinding and reminding people kind of like things that came before what we got to now. But y'all saw the comments where it was like, yo, y'all just need to squabble on wax, and that's what we ended up getting. October 6th, 2023. First person shooter. So this is a song that I say pops it off where we currently are, but none of us knew. Even you didn't have probably half the background that I just went over. So when it comes to first person shooter being the start of this thing now, everybody looks at it like that, just like you said. But I put it at the first person shooter because allegedly this was supposed to be Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole on this song together. First person shooter. You listen to J. Cole's verse is really like buddy, and I think that they're saying that Kendrick declined on that. And even during the beat, he mentioned, I can't believe that you sent that request for a feature. That me and you got some things that we need to address. So that was first person shooter. Who's the big three? Is it is it me, Drizzy, K. Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? He said he was feeling like Muhammad Ali though. And then you see J. Cole ended up bowing out of this whole thing, but he was feeling like Muhammad Ali during that time. Let me keep it on pushing through because I don't want the video to be super duper long. All right. I put the video up. Cool, let me get that off my screen, Lord. I do not want to get my videos. Okay, all right. Then let's fast forward to Like That. So Kendrick comes on this song, of course. Him and Future, I say, were dissing him because you're supposed to be my homie. You let this nigga diss me on your song. So really, both of y'all verses is dissing me. I'm taking all the nigga this, nigga that. I'm taking all that toward me. You know what I'm saying? If we be honest. And then here you go, Kendrick. It's about some verse 2, Kendrick and Future. So let me find out Future is in the ad libs of Like That on Kendrick verse. That's gonna make it even worse. So then he goes into it, talking about niggas clicking up. Of course, niggas clicking up, talking about talking about J. Cole and Drake, and then F Sneak this in first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. You get what I'm saying? I really like that I crashed out like fuck rap. I diss Melly Mel if I had to, you know what I'm saying? The message, you know what I'm saying? I bring him a new message, you know, I diss Melly Mel if I had to. So then it's lost many soldiers trying to play it safe. The nigga nigga Prince outlived Mike Jack, nigga, but all your dogs getting buried. So that was a diss. That was a diss. So now we getting into the motion of getting everything to where we at now. Drake follows that song up with Pushups, where he really gets back at a field of people. This whole beef has been him getting back at a whole field of people. Meanwhile, there's somebody else on the other side where they target aimed directly at you, and you out here shooting like this, and he right at your head. So that's what Pushups was. So he comes out with the Pushup song. Maybe 3 weeks. It was like 3 weeks since the Like That song came out, and Like That #1 in the country, #1 album for Future. Woo, it was a lot. It was a lot. So he come with the Pushups. Then he hits a back-to-back and does the Tailor-Made Freestyle, which is one of my, if not my favorite song from the whole thing, because like I said, it built up to this point. It was like, all right, cool. You said something about me on Like That. I came 3 weeks later. I came with Pushups. I'm coming right back at you. Like, yo, where you at? He was listening to the internet, because the internet was like, yo, Kendrick doesn't get as much time as you got, Drake, because he was talking like he wanted to fight. You said you wanted to fight, and now I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? So then he followed back up with the Tailor-Made Freestyle, either that night or the following night after he dropped Pushups, which is the AI Tupac, AI Snoop. They killed him for it. They killed Drake over the internet for it. But I thought that this was smart. It was cool. It was different. It's still on YouTube, and I come back to this song. But the confidence in Drake, is what I think built and gave him so much momentum before Kendrick began to drop. Because you listen to this song, Drake come with a lot of confidence throughout this song. Like he was talking. That's why I said it's one of my top ones from the whole thing. The Tupac thing and Snoop Dogg part aside. I just thought that he was really like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you want to do. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I read that favorite line is now you want to give it another week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some you said, nah, yes, and you trying to give it, let it die down, trying to let this shit die down. Nah, not this time, nigga. You following through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really like the energy, like, nigga, you gonna come outside and let's keep moving. Euphoria comes out 6 minutes of Kendrick getting that at Drake. Euphoria. So you let me know where your rankings are when it comes to Euphoria. He doubles back 6-16 in LA, and I think that this was the biggest mistake for with Drake, is because he let somebody beat him to the timestamp. And you let somebody else hijack the timestamp. And of course, as we go on, you'll see what he hijacked. But the 6-16 in LA hijacked the timestamp that is, Drake. And in some of his best modes is when he's doing a timestamp. So you let him beat you to that, which I thought wasn't the best thing to let happen. Right after he dropped Euphoria, you should have had a timestamp ready that night. You know what I'm saying? I guess everybody kept thinking like, oh, I don't know. It was a matter of outpacing each other. There was a lot of outpacing throughout this whole thing. Then we go straight into 6-16 came out that same week as Euphoria. That was on May 3rd, and then here comes Drake on the 4th. This came out. It was on the 4th. Dropped that night. Dropped on 7 minutes of Drake. He switched beats 3 times. Addressed Kendrick in all 3 parts of the song, but mainly the first part and the last beat switch up was mainly for Kendrick, which I think was fire. This song is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this song is really fire. It got overshadowed and stepped on in the whole war of the battle. It got stepped on, but this was a good song. People will come back to this. I like that Tailor-Made. I really like to say back to the Al Green thing with Kendrick Lamar mentioning Al Green back on Family Ties. Then he used the Al Green sample. Very good rapping on this song. And then of course Euphoria, he went through everything. It felt like he was rapping. I felt some kind, it was a little friendlier here, in my opinion, because there's a lot of, I hate you. It was really like trying to be comedic, and then I'm also cutting you at the same time. But it wasn't as crazy as things got like after that, like after that point. So then the Family Matters drops. Literally, y'all, I'm listening to Family Matters. I'm really only through like a 2 minutes of the song. And then 20 minutes, shit go by me. 20 minutes pass, and then Kendrick drops Meet the Grams. He dropped Meet the Grams, but then so I'm missing the part. Family Matters drops. I'm listening to that. And the same time, I'm reading about this Buried Alive parody that was put on Instagram only, where there was a Buried Alive interlude that was on Take Care, Drake's album, where he had Kendrick. That's the first time a lot of people heard Kendrick. He was rapping on that album. That's, what I'm saying, for mainstream. I know everybody, real diehard Kendrick fans, like, yo, they didn't know about Kendrick before that part, but a lot of people met him at that particular moment there. And this is the Buried Alive like interlude remix where Drake makes fun of what Kendrick did on the song, and then kind of really rehashes everything that kind of has been said throughout the beef. But it got overshadowed. That Family Matters and that got overshadowed at the same time. I bet many people probably like, they haven't even probably even listened. I've heard nobody mention one bar, one thing from this parody song. But even he was still rapping after the little parody part, but nobody has talked about it. Nobody. So then Meet the Grams dropped on the head of both of those 20 minutes later on the 4th, dropped 20 minutes later. On the 4th, where kid, talks to the mom, talks to the son, talks to the dad, and then talks to the alleged daughter that they're saying, a made up daughter, so in the middle of this whole thing. This is the 6 minutes. So that was like only 2 minutes of it. This was really like a disrespectful song, in my opinion. This was the one where it's like, yo, nigga talking about nigga how again, right? The police. There was a little police on this song. That's how I know. Like, oh, we done took it to another level. Even the Family Matters. I had they both was I like signed a little police just at the same time. I'm listening to Drake. And I'm like, oh Lord, like all this just sound like police talk. Like y'all just like snitching on wax. Like y'all know better than the young boys. That's how I felt when those songs like just kind of hit all that like at one little moment right there, and they all just like, yo, but you they gonna come in your house, and he like, you be beating them motherfuckers. Like, oh, y'all finna get niggas locked up. So I'm always at the end of this, y'all. So there's Meet the Grams, and then it's before the next before the day could even end after we get Meet the Grams, because I felt like Meet the Grams like really was like kind of dark. It was kind of dark, like, yo, bro, we trying to have some fun in here. It kind of like just sucked all the air out the room. Then he follows up with this Not Like Us, which kind of spent things and like turned into a banger where I think where it was like, yo, you have to, this is beef, is about being the most disrespectful. You need to come with the bangers. You need to come with something that's going to get everything going, get everything going. It don't have to be a bop, but sometimes if you rap and you make good music, like Drake, when he did back to back and stuff like that, it was a bop because he already made good music, so it was going to be, it was a bop. Beat choices and all that shit was going to already be about. So Kendrick played into that same thing. Like, yo, I'm about to get this West Coast beat. I'm going to mustard, and we finna slide on you. And this song is like taking off right now in the midst of this whole thing. We only like 2 days past this song because it's Monday as I'm doing this video, and then Drake follows up that on yesterday, Sunday, when I wind it down, and he does the album cover, the cover art for the Heart Part 6, which is hijacking Kendrick's The Heart series, just like he hijacked the timestamp series. He put the pictures Day Free put a heart under a picture of Kendrick's wife and kids, and then it was liked by the author, which is Kendrick's wife. So that was the starting point of this. And to this, I compare this with Meet the Grams because it just sucked all the air out the room. When it first came on, I was like, oh Lord, Drake finna go to another. I thought he was gonna try to match banger with banger, but he went this way. And I still ain't got over it. Bars, but the beat and then the voice, just no energy. Imagine if I just did this whole video like this. Yeah, these guys this is a really cool rap battle, guys. Never seen anything like it. It's the best thing ever. Imagine if I just did this whole video like that, like with no energy or everything. Like, yo, do you really care about the topic, or are we just here just to somebody force you to make the video? But that's where we're at now. You guys do your ranking below when it comes to where we're at with this beef. This is the last song that got put out by Drake, and I don't know if this is really going to be the end of it or not. So this is just a video for the moment, and I want everybody to like put your order of what you got, who you got up in the whole back and forth, and then also let me know about things that I missed throughout the years that you guys might have picked up. And even if I missed something within the 2022 where we at portion, just let me know and drop that down below, because I feel like we got to all add this information in. So it's like, yo, when you look at the whole thing, realize that it was just bait this, sneak this all the way up to let's fight. So that's N.y.a. This has been a recap of what's been going on with the Drake versus Kendrick. This is a little saga breakdown video, like how did we get here, and let me know what y'all thoughts on this video. Continue to support all my videos that I got up on the YouTube channel, baby. Like, share, subscribe, all of those great things, and I'll see y'all on the next video.